Hey there, this is Donna from Donna's Creative Space. In case you don't know me, I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Massachusetts, and this is day 3 of my 12 Days of Christmas video series. So if you missed it, we made, let me see, I'm gonna make a little noise here pulling things out. I'll recap. Day 1 was this cute little gift card, and day 2, which was yesterday, we made a couple of cards. This was the card that we made. This was my main card for the day, but then I also showed you how to create this card using the same stamp set, which was Whimsical Trees. So if you haven't visited my blog, donnascreativespace.com, please do so, because you can get the PDF for both of these. This was day 2. Has 2 pages, right, for both those cards, and day 1. So each day I'm going to post a PDF on my blog with the link to the video, because I'm uploading it to YouTube. Some of them are done as lives in Facebook, and some are just going to be uploaded right to YouTube. But either way, they'll all end up on YouTube, and my YouTube station is Donna's Creative Space. So today I'm going to show you how to make 2 bags. These are from some this paper was the Peaceful Deer paper from the celebration back in September and August. So today I'm going to use a piece of paper from, this is from the Painted Christmas Designer Series pack that is in the current mini catalog. So I want to show you, you can get 2 of these bags. Now let me show you the size of these bags. They are 3 inches wide, a little bit shy of 3 inches wide. And then I guess that's, yeah, 3 inches wide by about 1.5 inches deep. I'm just trying to figure out the words to use. And then they're about 5 inches high. All right, so that's it. And you can get 2 out of 1 piece of Designer Series paper. And I know we all have a ton of Designer Series paper, especially if you are a scrapbooker or card maker. Okay, so I have this piece of paper, and it's kind of, I'm not sure if you can see the pattern. Besides the pine cones behind it, it's kind of like almost like a birch tree look to it. And let's see if I can tilt it. Did you see the lines that are running down in it? So when you are making these bags and you have directional paper, it's great to have directional paper that doesn't matter which way it's going. All right, if you had something like, let me show you, you could easily do it with this paper here, right? But you just have to plan it so that you have everything going in the right direction. All right, so if you were to use this, what I found is you turn your direction sideways. So I looked at these, they have the bow going like this is facing front, so I turn it sideways. So with my pine cones here, I have in the background, there's a little bit of line work, almost like it's a birch tree. They're up against a birch tree pattern or something. So it really doesn't matter with this one, but I'm going to turn it anyway. So turn it directional, right? I mean, turn the direction sideways so that you're putting the paper in. If this is how you want your paper to look, turn it once to the left. And then you're going to score on this 12-inch side. You're going to score it at, well, I got to open up my arm here. All right, so hopefully you have the Stampin' Up! Trimmer, because it has a scoring blade. They call it a blade, but it's not really a blade. They have a scoring tool, and the darker piece is the blade. So the scoring tool and the blade. So we want to push the blade out of the way. Sometimes I actually take it off like this. It kind of, let me see if I can show you. There's a little divot here, and it kind of just tilts off like that. In fact, I'm taking it off right now. And I'll put it back when I need to cut, because sometimes you end up cutting by accident. So I have my scoring tool on here, and I'm going to score my paper at 5 1/4. Now this is Designer Series paper. It's not like cardstock. So do it very gently, okay? You're going to go, I can't get this all in the view, but you're going to go all the way down the paper at 5 1/4, gently, right? Then you're going to slide your paper over to 6 3/4. And we only needed to open up our arm here by a little, we only needed a little bit to, but nevertheless, we had to open it. So now I'm going to score again lightly. Now, you can see the 2 score lines, maybe. I don't know. One's here and one's here. It is hard to see on this paper in the video. But now I have to cut. So I'm going to cut. I'm going to turn this sideways. So now my score lines are going across this way, and I'm going to cut it at 6 inches. Okay? I can close my arm now. And before I go any further, I do want to mention that if you are shopping with me before the end of the month, through November 30th, I have a host code N4PDSCVW, and any orders of $35 or more are going to receive a free gift from me in the mail. And also, one other thing is that we still have the Start With Savings is going on. If you'd like to join my Sage Stampers team and get a discount on all your Stampin' Up! Product, you can do so now till the end of November. So until November 30th, you can purchase the starter kit for $75 and get to pick out $125 worth of product and only pay $75 plus tax. So that's $50 free. And it's also free shipping, so it's a perfect time to join. And what does it mean to join? Well, you get your discount with Stampin' Up! You can just be a hobby demo and just buy any of your product. After you join, you can buy it at 20% off. And there is a minimum per quarter, but if you don't meet the minimum, you just go back to being a customer and continue to shop from me. But it's a great deal. And if you have a large order, if you have about $125 worth of stuff that you'd like to get, why not pay only $75 for it and get $50 free? And then you have until the end of March to come up with your quota. And if you don't, you just go back to being a customer. There's no, what's the word? There's only a benefit. There's no cons, because if you decide not to continue, you just don't get your discount anymore. But a lot of the girls on my team are hobby demos, which is the term that we've just labeled people that aren't doing it as a business, and they just want to get a discount on their product, which is great. So, okay, so let's go back to this. So now we cut that in half, right? Now we want to score again. Okay, so on the short side now, we're going to score it at 1.5. And do it gently again. 1.5, up and down. I do it twice, but gentle. And then at 4.5. Okay, and that's that. All right, so I can get rid of my trimmer, move that out of the way. And you're going to do the same thing with the other bag, the other piece, the other half. Like I said, you get 2 bags out of 1 piece. So we're going to fold it on the score lines. So we have 2 going lengthwise. All right. And then we have 2 going sort of down the center, like this. And with Designer Series paper, you don't necessarily have to have your bone folder, but if you have one, you could go ahead and use it. Designer Series paper is thinner than cardstock, so you don't necessarily need it. But I like to do it anyway. This would be a pretty bag on the inside, too. So see how, if we had wanted it, see what I'm talking about? See the little lines in the background of this? Let's see if you can see that. Point them out with my, see those little lines? That's why I wanted that to go up and down, which also worked out good for the back side too, if I wanted to make the bag that way. Maybe the other one I'll do that way. All right, so, excuse me. Now, after you've done your folding, you're just going to make 4 cuts. We're going to cut right on this line here. I know you probably can't see it on the video, but you're going to cut straight up here. And don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not already a subscriber to my channel, please hit the subscribe button so that you'll get to see all my videos, and also hit the notification button, because then you'll get notifications when my videos post, especially during these 12 days, because you won't want to miss any of these little projects that I'm doing. So now we want to put some, I'm going to use tear and tape. If you have a strong adhesive, here it is. I like tear and tape, but you can use your, if you have the Stamp & Seal Plus, that's really strong. You could use that also. In fact, I might use that in addition to the tear and tape. I'm not sure. So see these 2 pieces here? Let me fold that down. All right, these 2 pieces are going to get the tear and tape. I put just a top and bottom. Turn it around, and I'll do this one here. Top, and then I need another little piece. I love the tear and tape because you can just tear it. All right. Then what's going to happen is this is going to close in like this. So that will adhere to the inside of this side. But now we need adhesive on the inside flaps of the box. So you have adhesive on the right side. You would have adhesive on the two little tabs that we cut into, right? Then you're going to flip this over. And it doesn't matter which side you use, you just have to remember which side you're doing. You're going to take tear and tape, and I'm going to put 2 strips. I was going to use my seal, but I like the tear and tape because I can put it on, and I don't remove it until I'm ready to. So this, as I said, oh, I just ran out of tear and tape, so I guess I am going to use some of my stamp and seal. Okay, so let's first do this. I'm going to get back to this, but take your pick tool, right, and peel off this, the 2 pieces. Don't do this yet. All right. Peel those 2 up, and then we're just going to close this up. Hopefully you can see it on the camera. I'm just closing this up, just like this. And I'm using the base of the side piece to line up at the bottom. And so now we've kind of created half a box. See that? So now this is going to close up like this, just like that, right? So I'm going to have to continue with Stamp and Seal Plus because it's nice and strong. Oops, some of it I went over the edge, so I'm just going to fold it over. And then I'm going to peel this piece up. If you don't have a tape, take your pick tool. These are great. And then I'm going to fold that up like so. Oops. Just want to, I want my ends to meet. Just want to fold it up and have this meet right on that seam, just like that. And I'm using this paper because I thought we make so many things with a lot of frill and whatnot, and I just thought this might be good for a guy. More masculine looking gift bag. All right, and then we're going to close this side up just on the fold, crease it. I'm pushing, if you can see, I'm pushing this side in at the same time, just like that, just like that. And there we have our little, sort of shaped like a box right now. Now go in with your bone folder and press down on all the sides. Now this isn't real sturdy, but you know, it's good for like a pair of socks or a little, I don't know, anything little, you know. I gave you the measurements. I'll measure it again. So then you're just going to kind of pinch these 2 ends like this, right? And we're going to kind of create this little, it's almost like a carton in a way, all right? Now, excuse me, if you have a couple of binder clips, this is what I like to do, is I like to put the binder clips on, right, just like this, and that way I can punch a hole, put it off to the side. So you're going to squeeze this down. I'm just using a regular old, gosh, this is really old, I don't know how long I've had this, but this is just a it's about a 1/4 inch hole punch, and I just had it with my office supplies. So you're going to punch, and there's a lot of layers there, so if you have to, you might have to punch half of it and then go back and punch again. So I'm gonna, whoops, let me line this edge up. I didn't get it too even. Just want to do that again, just like that. Just want to hold it in place while I punch, and slide this in, and I go down about, I don't know, 1/4 inch. Punch. It's hard. And then I'm going to move that, I'm going to hold that back over there. Let's see. Well, not on the hole. All right, and so this one here, I'll do the same. Punch. All right. So now I want to be able to tie a ribbon around this. So I'm going to keep one of my, excuse me, one of my binder clips on there, and you probably need about, I would say, maybe 15, 18 inches, but I'm going to leave it on the spool. Now this is early espresso ribbon, and this is that faux suede. It's really soft, and it does feel like suede. So I like to leave it on the spool so that I don't waste any. And I'm going to feed it in. Oh, first we have to figure out which is the front, which is the back. So wherever your seam is, wherever that last piece, our last piece that we closed up, that's our front, because then the opening, the kind of crease, is in the back. So this is our front. All right. So I'm gonna feed my ribbon in through the right side from front to back, and then I'm gonna feed it from back to front on the left hole. Right, and I'm going to keep that there for now, and I'll just pull some out. I just want enough to tie a little bow. Guys can have bows, but doing it in a more masculine pattern helps. Okay, so now I'm going to tie that, just pull that around and make a cute little, cute little bow. Just like that. Oh, let me do that again. Let me do that again. I don't know. I think this being in the direct. Let me put this off to the side, and I'll put the other one over there. I think having it in the middle just kind of affected my ribbon tying. All right. So, oh, I know. It wasn't flat. That's it. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go slow because some people have asked me to show how to tie a bow. I go over and under, and then I make a loop with my left hand, and then I go around and see where my finger is. I'm going to make a loop here, but stick it where my finger was and pull that through, and that creates your little bow. And then you just kind of play with it a little and get it to look a little bit more, yeah, that's better, right? And then I'm going to clip this, get my ribbon scissors out so I don't have too much waste. And then I'll just pull my bow a little bit. There. And just fuss with it a little bit to create to get your loops how you want them. Just like that. All right. And I kind of like twist it a little. All right. So now we have our ribbon done. I can take these off. Just kind of helps to have some office tools in your hand. I don't like that bow. I'm going to do it again. Let me try this again. Sorry, guys. But as you see, I don't turn it in I don't tie it in a knot, because if I don't tie it in a knot, I'm better off. I can undo it and try it again. Oh, I like this one better. I can tell already. Okay. So I'm going to pull that. And we have our loops. Just like that. Cute, right? So then I'm gonna just trim those off. Just like that. Now I pre-cut before I did the video. I pre-cut this little scalloped rectangle that was from the scalloped contour dies, and I have some early espresso ink, and I found a sentiment from the Tidings and Trimmings stamp set, wishing you a joyful Christmas and a happy new year, because I thought that would fit on there perfectly. I haven't tried it, so let's hope. Ooh, I just inked that up way too much. My early espresso ink pad is very, let me see, very juicy. All right, I'm going to pull this closer to myself. So let's see if I can get this on. Wishing you joyful Christmas and a happy new year. That came out good, even though my ink pad was very juicy. All right, so now I want to tie that on with a piece of twine. And let's see, what do I want to... So what I want to use to tie this on is, this is our linen thread. I just thought this would be good because it's kind of rustic. So I'm going to put this in, and we don't have to punch a hole in this because it's already got these holes around the edge. So I'm just going to tie this in, right? And let's see, how much ribbon do I need? About that. I mean twine. And I'm going to make another bow right on top of this one. But this one, just like this, kind of off to the side a little. And then I'll tie it again. So it'll look like a double bow. One in twine and one in the... Isn't that cute? Now I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Just like that. And there we have it. So I can trim these down if I want. Right? And there we have it. A cute little bag for the holidays. And a nice little tag just like that. And I'll repeat the directions. So it's 3 inches wide, not the directions, the size. 3 inches wide by 1.5 inches deep. And let's see, it's a little over 5 inches high, but when you close it up, you might not be able to fit everything. So I would say you could fit a nice solid thing up to 3 inches, but up to 4 inches. But isn't that a cute box? So that is day 3 of our 12 days of Christmas. So you can go ahead and make it with all different designer series paper, but I just love this one as a masculine bag because I think this would be great to put a few gifts in. You can put a nice little tag on there like that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're watching on YouTube, again, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you like it, hit the notification button if you really like it, and that way you'll get notified each time I have a video for you. And then don't forget, if you feel like joining my Sage Stampers team, I would love to have you. This offer goes till November 30th. You can go to donnasingleton.stampinup.net and click on join, or just type in donnasingleton.stampinup.net/join_now. And I'd love to have you on my team. So take care, guys. I will see you next time for day 4. That will be tomorrow sometime. Take care. Bye-bye.